I had no idea, and I was so skeptical for years about how powerful the mind really is when it comes to pulling income into your life. I'm sure you've heard things like attracting abundance and manifesting wealth, and maybe you're just as skeptical as I was, because honestly, how can you just like think money into your life? It kind of sounds ridiculous. But the way that you think about wealth really does have a huge impact on how you handle money, how you attract income, how you work with different opportunities, and how you ultimately create your passive income empire. Legitimately, it wasn't until I actually started sitting down and meditating every single day for like 20 days that I actually started seeing some financial success. Sounds weird, sounds crazy, but the reason why is because I had a bunch of weird financial blocks that I didn't realize were there. I believed that somehow making money was bad or that it wasn't okay. And because of that, anytime that I would start to see just a little bit of success or a little bit of growth, I would unintentionally sabotage my results. I would stop growing, I would stop working. Even with this channel here, I quit for a couple of years after I started seeing some growth. The reason why is just because of that financial block that I had. Now, I'm glad I did quit this channel for a couple of years because I wanted to leave and kind of really learn and deep dive into like how to earn this passive income, how to make money online, so I can come back here and just give you guys value so you can learn from my mistakes. Take a look at this. My husband and I recently learned that you literally only need to have $100,000 in your bank account to be just making regular passive income online, like enough to live. And what I mean by that is if you have $100,000 and then you invest that, in things like stocks and other investment accounts, then that can actually be bringing in like $4,000, $5,000 a month simply through investments. It could bring in more, obviously, depending on kind of how you invest that. Or you can take that same $100,000, invest it in a business opportunity, and be bringing in even more money. So obviously, the big question is, how do you get to that $100,000 in the bank? Because it's not necessarily easy to do that, right? We have to do something to get to the $100,000. But I do think it's a really cool mindset to realize that that's not like $1 million. It's not $1 billion. It's $100,000. And after you do have some of that money, it can start to work for itself. In fact, before you even get to $100,000, you can be investing your money and make it work for itself so that you don't have to keep working for that money every single second of every single day. Warren Buffett said that if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until the day you die. And this is so true, which is exactly why I'm trying to teach you guys how to make passive income online, because we need to have some of that financial freedom, some of that financial wiggle room. If we can only make money when we're putting in the hours, we're never going to see that financial freedom. We have to be creating things, creating products, creating investments. We have to be creating things that are going to continue to work for us, continue to bring money into our lives while we are sleeping. So think about it this way. Maybe start with a regular job. Save up a little bit of your money with every single paycheck. Let that money go into an investment account. Make some small investments. Make a little bit of money off of those investments. Maybe save up some of that money and invest in a small business opportunity. Could be your education that you're investing in. Invest in yourself, learn, grow, develop your talents, okay? And then slowly be creating something in the background that's going to build and grow and start creating passive income for you, okay? Do something you're passionate about. I will repeat this over and over and over again. If you're working this full-time job and you're just like slowly trying to build your income stream and you're wanting to create something that's going to passively grow for you in the background, find something that you enjoy that can do just that. If you enjoy creating videos, start creating a YouTube channel, and it can be really crappy at first. Just post some videos, learn, grow, have fun with it. Let that be a hobby until it becomes a full-time income. You could publish books if you really enjoy writing. You could do art if you enjoy design. There's lots of different ways that you can take your hobby and just start creating some stuff in the background that can slowly grow for you and eventually create this lovely little passive income stream for you. But whatever you do, take a moment every single day, every single week. I don't care how often you do it, but make sure you do it regularly. Just take little moments, okay? Sit quietly, blank out your mind, Get rid of any distracting thoughts for like 5 minutes at least. If you can do 10 or 20 minutes, even better. But just be quiet with your thoughts and imagine just your dream life. Okay, there's more to this. There's 2 parts to this. But start by imagining your dream life. Imagine the car you want, the house you want, how you want to spend time with your family. What do you want to be doing? Your dream vacations. What food do you want to be purchasing? From where do you want to be purchasing this food? What kind of clothing do you want to be wearing? How do you want to feel? What do you want to do when you wake up? What kind of exercise will you be doing? Just try to imagine this dream life in as much vivid detail as possible. Now, after you do, I want you to sit with your thoughts again and just really pay attention to what feelings you have when you imagine this being your life right now. So if you were to open your eyes and you have this dream life, how would you feel? Okay, for me, when I imagine doing that, when I imagine just immediately having all this in my life, I felt uncomfortable. I felt like I didn't deserve it. I felt like it was wasteful. Why? Because I probably grew up with some of that conditioning. Not necessarily from my parents, not necessarily from anybody saying anything specific, but just from the world that I grew up in. Some of the stuff that I told myself, some of the things I learned from books or movies, right? I kind of told myself that if I ever have this massive wealth one day, that it's greedy, that it's unfair, that I should be sharing this money with others, right? And because of that, every time that I start to see success, I would somehow sabotage that, right? So it is really important for you to just recognize what are those thoughts, what are those feelings that are getting in the way. For me, it was feeling unworthy of wealth. It was feeling like that was greedy. For you, it might be the same thing. Maybe there's something else that comes up. But what's so key about doing this little exercise, okay, is that you're not only are you manifesting, okay, there's this whole manifestation thing, right, where if you visualize your dream life, then you're attracting the energy of that life into your life now, which I do think there's some truth to that. But doing this repeatedly every single day and doing it consistently, even if you're doing it like once a week, it just helps you to really pick up on these small things that are getting in the way, these small feelings, these small thoughts. I did this for several days, for several weeks, and even, on week 4, day 20, whatever, I was still finding new things about myself that I didn't realize. And as I saw those things and I allowed myself to feel those negative emotions and just kind of let them go and correct them, I was able to reframe them and turn them around and tell myself positive things about growing wealth. And that was when I started to see really beautiful growth online. No joke, throughout the day, like in the car, I'd be sitting there and just telling myself, I am worthy of wealth, I'm worthy of wealth, I'm worthy of wealth, because I had to retrain those negative thoughts that were so deeply ingrained that I was unknowingly and subconsciously telling myself throughout the day. So I could be sitting in the car and imagining having this nicer car and have feelings of guilt surface because, oh, it's selfish for me to be thinking about having a new car, which it wasn't. And so I had to notice that and recognize it's okay for me to have a bigger car, because for me, that doesn't just mean more comfort. For me, having a bigger car means expanding our family, being able to have more kids, having more room to take my kids on vacations, being able to take my kids to places that I saw when I was a kid, giving them really awesome experiences. That lights me up. Thinking of, just having a massive house all by myself, go hanging out on the beach, that's very, very empty for me. If that's motivation for you, that's great. That's, all power to you. But just focus on those things that really do light you up. Recognize that making money is not by any means evil, that money allows you to have more opportunities, it allows your family to have more opportunities, it helps you to touch more lives, it helps you to make a bigger impact. Another thing that was really important for me to understand is the fact that money is energy. I've always seen it as, there's this physical object, these dollar bills and coins and quarters and whatnot. And I've had dreams, my whole life about being in a sandbox and just digging up all this money and just feeling so excited that I had all this money in my life. But I had to change that mindset. I had to recognize that money is not just this physical thing, that money is energy, and that as I resonate with that energy, as I allow myself to be at peace with money, as I do things that help me to feel positive towards money, that I'm more relaxed and I'm more welcoming of that money and that wealth in my life. And that legitimately makes a difference. I don't even know exactly how to explain it. I know there's a lot of people, okay, there's like Joe Dispenza, right? They talk about how you can attract things through the law of attraction, law of, manifestation, all those sorts of things, and working with energy and all that stuff. And I do think that is a very interesting topic. But working through those thoughts, working with your subconscious mind, improving your energy, and allowing yourself to just be at peace with money, mentally, spiritually, physically, whatever, that does make a huge difference. I was super resistant in the beginning of this whole online journey to the concept of working on my financial mindset. I didn't want to do it. It sounded like a waste of time. If I could just learn all the skills that I needed to build my digital income empire, then that's all I needed, right? I just needed to get really good. Didn't realize that I was actually being stopped and limited by those thoughts and those beliefs that I had by my very negative mindset. So take a moment today, take a moment tomorrow, take a moment every day for the next 20 days. Try it out. Just try it. Give it a little try for me. In fact, just try it for 7 days. Just try spending 5 minutes imagining your dream life, and then imagine waking up and being in that dream life. See what feelings come up. See what thoughts come up. Pay attention to some of your thoughts and feelings throughout the day surrounding money, and then slowly start to turn those around. Tell yourself positive things about money. Say it out loud. Shout it when nobody else is paying attention. And that's slowly going to start to retrain your subconscious mind so that you can attract more of that positive energy and more of that wealth and flow of money into your life. If you're not even sure where to get started with making money online, I do have a full video here that talks about how to get started with building your passive income empire.